Hello, hello? You guys can hear me? Good? Nice. What do you guys doing? Great. That's good, okay. A lot of friendly faces here, okay. Alright, so a couple months ago, on a November day, I remember the sky was really cloudy, there was like slush everywhere. It was a really sad day. I woke up really groggy for some reason. But that day, I woke up with a sense of purpose. I was gonna wake up, I was gonna get all my stuff done, I was gonna be that A+ student I dreamed about. So I woke up, I went downstairs, grabbed my phone, sat down, and was like, 5 minutes. I can allow myself just 5 minutes to relax. Because I'm gonna do a lot of work later, right? 5 minutes, shouldn't do anything. Those 5 minutes ended as soon as they came. And I was like, 5 more minutes. I can just do 5 more minutes. 5 minutes never hurt anyone. I wasn't there for 5 minutes. Not even 5 hours. I was there for 7. Pew Health, a mental health psychology association, states that the average screen time around the world is 7 hours. Those 7 hours that I spent there, on my phone. You ask me now, I don't remember what I did there. What was I looking at? What was I researching? Not too sure. But one thing is for certain. As soon as I finished, I remember the feelings of guilt, shame, and sadness that I'd done. I had lost so much of my time, and was honestly at the time willing to give anything to give it back. But my day was not over. I still had so much left. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I got a burst of motivation. My day's not over, I can still do it. So I got up off my couch, I was like, I can still do it. Grabbed the TV remote and sat back down. Just 5 more minutes, right? I spent the rest of the day there. But it's not just my story. It's one that we all share. Those 5 minutes that turned into hours, those days we missed. Not because of anything, but because of a tiny 4-inch screen that convinced us that its attention is more than the greater purpose we are made for. Reed Health organized a study around teenagers all over the world. 41% of them stated that their mental health was poor or rapidly declining. Another 41% stated that they felt constant feeling of shame, guilt, and sadness on a day-to-day basis. But all 100% of them had one thing in common: excess phone use. They spent hours a day, 7 hours. 7 hours over the course of a lifetime is 21 years. Yeah, you can gasp now, right? 21 years. That's 1/4 of the average human life. Over what? Think about it now. 3 days ago, what were you doing on your phone? Do you remember? Well, I can. There's a phenomenon for this. MIT conducted a study by Sarah Jensen where they found that dopamine use and phone screens had a deep connection. The more time you spend on your phone, the higher that dopamine level rises. And you feel great, right? You can ask anyone on their phone right now, I feel fine, right? I feel fine, I feel great. But as soon as it comes down, that dopamine comes down too. Guilt, feelings of just, what am I doing? But it's all common. It happens everywhere. Those 7 hours you spend a day aren't technically our time. You spend 7 hours sleeping, you spend 8 hours awake, 8 hours sleeping, 7 hours on your phone. What time of the day do you have? When can you have time for meaningful social interaction? Social interaction with your family. In 1986, people spent 2 hours and 45 minutes with their family. Now, if you can get an hour and 30 minutes, you'd be lucky. And only one thing has changed: the usage of phones. Cornell did another study. 69% of people feel a sense of fear. You've heard of it. It's called FOMO. Fear of missing out. But missing out of what? Your phone provides you information, yes, but it also provides you the dopamine spike that you're looking for. The dopamine spike of, did they message back? Did they respond? Oh, I wonder what he's doing. There are meaningful social interactions, but they're done behind the screen. Doing it in person is much different. And I know something that I struggle with as well. In January, I picked up piano. I knew I'd be great. I was like, I can't wait to learn the piano. First day, I was high energy. I was like, I'm learning all these notes. I was having so much fun just playing. Second day, I sat down and I was like, I have to learn sheet music. If I want to get anywhere, I tried once, 2 times, 3 times. Third time, I was on my phone. It was not because of a lack of trying, but a lack of instant gratification. High-value skills like this are delayed gratification. You're putting in the work now to reap the rewards later. A common example, don't get scared, studying. I think you're all last, right? It's hard to sit down, it's hard to open up those books, because you know later, but you know later it'll all be worth it. That 100%, all that good job, it feels great. But at the time, you're not concerned with that. All you're concerned about is that what that little screen can provide to you, and honestly, at times it does. The validation you receive from your phone is not like anything else. It's instant, it's immediate, and it's high. Dopamine goes up, you're feeling great, you're on top of the world. But as soon as it comes down, you correlate that sense of sadness with the only thing that changed, you don't have your phone in your hand. But that's not the case. Your phone isn't meant for these high levels of dopamine. It's a tool. You can use that tool in various ways. But getting over it is where most people have the problem. Our dopamine levels are too high, we have too much information that we have to process it all the time. And it's hard to do it all. It's hard to process everything that life throws at you, but your phone provides a way of just escape, studying, maybe being on piano. It's all hard, yes, but the gratification you get is immense when it's done. Most teenagers, even me, I was on my phone while I was writing this. How do I get over this? How do I be better? How do I make sure that I can be the person I want to be, and I don't spend another 7 hours wasting my time? It all starts with meaningful change that comes from you guys. Talking to someone. At times it's the most trivial things, but it can help a lot. Putting that phone away, judging when it's the time to use. You can use a phone, or you can talk to someone. Having meaningful social interaction, having meaningful connections, gives you the dopamine you're looking for, and more. Sure, it's not instant, sure, it's not grand as you want it to be, but it's still there, it's still very real. Once again, a couple weeks ago, lots of stories, I was at a social gathering. And I sat there, I was like, I want to talk to people. I was with my family, I didn't know anyone there, so I was like, I might as well just socialize. Get myself out there. But it's not that easy, you know? Why go and talk to people, which is hard, but I can just sit down, use my phone, get all the validation I need, and then move on. My family described it as being sucked in. The swarms of notifications, it looked like I was drowning. Everything, the bright lights, it just doesn't look right. I woke up that day, I got up that day as well. We went home. I didn't feel great either. The dopamine was at all-time low. I knew something had to change. What could I do to be better, to be greater? And as I said before, engaging in meaningful social interaction is a way. But there are other ways as well. I recently just started using app blockers. They block your phone from being used, but it's trivial at times. Once again, it's 5 more minutes, right? In the past 4 months, I've gotten a decade of my time back, reducing my screen time by 3 hours a day. A decade where someone can grow up. You can change the world, you can have meaningful interactions with people, you can do more. But time you otherwise wouldn't have. Value the time you're given, feel its use. Don't let a foreign screen rob you of the grand things you'll accomplish in the future. We can be better, but it requires effort every single day. Effort we can give to each other from being better together. Thank you guys so much.